Hi everyone, and welcome back to another vlog. I thought I'd show you some work that we've been doing on our confidence over poles. So it's been a few months since I last jumped, so obviously the demons inside my head have gotten rather loud. So I set out some poles at canter stride distance so I can walk, trot or canter over them if I wish. And so first of all I walk Deli over them. You can see at the beginning I was actually holding him back, but then I remember hands forward, give him lots of encouragement, support with my leg, and everything seemed to be okay. So then I tried the other way. So with Deli, when things change or if things are approached from a different direction, we're practically back to square one. So I'm just getting him used to walking over the poles basically until it feels really boring, and giving him lots of praise as well, although I think the praise is perhaps for me too, or a little thank you to Deli for not launching me into space. So I'm just encouraging him forward, making sure that he's stepping over the poles, and if he does tread on them, it doesn't matter. I'm praising him as well. He's allowed to make mistakes as long as he doesn't overreact to them. Now I'm thinking about introducing some trot. Now this might not be the way that everyone wants to do this, but the way that I feel most comfortable with is to walk over the majority and then ask for trot towards the end. I don't know why, it's just something I'm a bit more comfortable with. So I do this both ways. There's a lot of repetition, I'm afraid, especially when you're dealing with confidence. You almost need to flood yourself with good reactions. So starting small, walking over a pole might seem a bit silly to some people, but to us who really struggle with confidence, it's all about building those positive experiences and then slowly stretching yourself from there. Now this is really interesting. You'll hear in a minute that he clangs a couple of poles, but nothing bad happens. Dali a few years ago would have exploded at that. He would have run away because he is quite an anxious pony and he worries that he's done something bad, so he'll just run away from it. But this is lovely to see that he's happy to touch the poles and we don't get a massive overreaction. So there we go, and look at my hands. I'm so proud of that. Hands forward, allowing him forward, not pulling him back, anticipating him to shoot off. I'm really impressed with myself there. Might not seem much to some, but trying to train the snatchy pullback immediate response when I'm anxious is really, really hard. He's actually offering trot in some places here, which I'm letting happen. As long as he isn't rushing or trying to run away from the exercise, I'm just steering and giving him encouragement, which is nice. There we had a little mistake. I've kept this in because it shows, you're allowed to make mistakes. I'm not all about showing all the good bits. Not that I think my current standard of riding is good. I'm just keen to show the improvement. But so I just gave him a pat and reapproached and walk just to make sure that he isn't too worried, because that was I'm not happy, I want to run away. So I went back to walk, making sure that he can go forward as long as he isn't running away, and just making sure that he's as comfortable as possible, because I'm not only am I dealing with my own confidence, it's his confidence as well. I know I might sound like a nervous Nelly here saying that my pony is lacking confidence over poles and jumping. He truly is. It is something that he needs support and encouragement from, and perhaps having a nervous rider and a nervous pony isn't the best combination, but I trust him wholly, and I feel confident riding him. I just don't feel confident jumping. It's two different things. So back to the trotting. And in a minute we'll build up to cantering the last pole, just to see if we can introduce cantering over the poles as well. I didn't canter the whole line of poles. I felt that would have been too much for this session, seeing that he wasn't 100% comfortable, and we've had a few mistakes. So I'm just making sure that he's happy trotting, and then asking for canter over the last pole and then cantering away. In between these, I have been giving him breaks. He loves canter. Canter is his favourite pace. So I give him like a lap of honour around the school when he's done good in canter, taking a forward seat and working on my 2-point position. I'm quite pleased with my hands here. I mean, they're not the stillest, but they're forward. I'm not pulling back, and I'm encouraging him forward into like an open contact. The problem is that he turns into a wriggly snake, so I do need to keep some contact to keep him straight, but making sure that I steer more with the leg than the hands. The hands are just there to support.
Good.
So the pivot didn't want to play ball. I think it was struggling to follow us behind the jumps. So I was trying to see how much it would follow us, but it just didn't like us behind those two wings. So I took a walk break to pick it back up again. I have to do this quite a lot. I think it's because he's a black pony. I might try putting some white brushing boots on his legs so the pivot can spot him a lot easier, because he's a black pony and he gets lost in the shadows, can't see us that well. So I've got my neck strap because we're doing scary stuff, but really nothing bad happens. But my neck strap helps me not only give me confidence, it helps me to stop jabbering him in the mouth when I do have a nervous Nelly moment. He does have form. I do have a reason to be a bit cautious. Like just there where he leaps over the pole. In Delhi terms, that isn't a big leap. They are gradually getting smaller as we make progress, which is great. I think the first time I tried to canter him over a pole, he leapt it like it was 90. If anyone says that they've never had a confidence crisis riding, then either they are incredibly lucky or they're lying. We all struggle with our confidence, and it's something that we all have to work on. So that's the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and me wittering on has added some value to what I'm showing here. Please let me know if you liked it, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, everyone, and have fun. Bye-bye.